Hi guys. Today's topic, I'm going to be talking to you about something that's super important for life path number 11s and everyone. In fact, it's how to get in contact with that pure, passionate, fun-loving kid inside of you, reconnecting to that inner child that was free, that didn't have like a structure or rules or behaviors that were learned to gain affection. Just things that were done for the pure pleasure. So um, that's today's topic. If you want to work with me, reach out to me in the bio. There's my email. You can send me an email to work with me one-on-one, or look out for my upcoming membership, another way to work with me. So getting right back to today's topic of connecting with your passion, connecting with that joy. As 11s, we get so disconnected from ourselves and so wanting to make sure that everyone else is okay, feeling good. It's like a vigilance to make sure everything else is okay before we can actually tend to ourselves. In fact, we put ourselves and are disconnected from ourselves so much that we probably don't even get around to getting to ourselves. Or, in fact, even more so, don't know what we want, what we really want. Maybe we have some idea, we had some dreams, big dreams, but we've given up on them. So if that's you, I know I want to share a bit about my story in the hopes that other Life Path 11s can relate to what I'm saying, can get value out of what I'm saying, and perhaps see that you're not alone, that it's a community of Life Path 11s joining to give each other the permission to let your heart sing, to do things from that inner little voice that perhaps you haven't listened to for a very long time. So it's the way to get to it isn't hard at all. Things from my story that give me joy, that remind me of fun times in my childhood, would be singing and playing piano. I spent a lot of my childhood and adolescence in music, learning different instruments, singing, playing piano, playing saxophone, clarinet, many instruments at school and concert bands, and just for fun. I remember and probably the thing that reconnects me the most now is what I did for my 21st birthday. I rented a council hall in the suburbs not far from where we lived, where I grew up in the northern suburbs of Sydney. And I had an electric piano. I think I even got a small band together to play some country music, because what I did was have like a barn dance, so everyone could do some dancing and have fun and listen to me sing and play piano. I played a song, and just remember having the best time. And now, so when I go back and sit down and get on the piano and play, could be any song really. I think the one recently that comes to mind, I played Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, and I was able to find someone on YouTube who'd made it simple to to write out the piano chords, and practice them until I could play it by memory and teach myself to sing the song. And it seemed to be in a good register for me. So for my 60th birthday recently, I decided to have a birthday that was to my design. So it's just my family, just my son, my 13-year-old son, and my wife, and we gathered around piano. I played the song and we all sang along. And the other thing I did was get a blank piece of paper, draw an outline of a tree, and get everyone, my wife, my son who's a brilliant artist. He's only 13, but he's so talented at drawing. I'll share his Instagram account if you want to check out some of his singing and drawing. And so, my wife, my son, and myself drew that picture of a tree and put our own stamp on it. And that was my own way of creating a birthday card, a memory of the birthday. And it's probably the best birthday that I had. And so Life Path 11s. Do these creative things that put you in the play state, bring you back to your playful inner child, the days when you're an adolescent, or could be in your 20s, whatever it is that just reminds you of that time when you had fun. It could be riding a motorcycle, it could be experimenting with plants. I also love getting out in the garden. I'll share some of the projects that are coming up for me now. And that is to build my own house on a block of land which is made out of natural materials. So I haven't decided finally yet, and it could go in stages. I could start with a yurt, kind of glamping tent as a step from the motorhome, which would be the way to just get started on a blank block of land, and then maybe progress to a wooden structure that's easy to put up and simple and fast, because I do like my hand at making things out of wood. Just a really simple structure that's almost like a deck with a roof, maybe even no windows, just something so simple, a roof over your head, so to speak. And then perhaps progress to something more permanent, but the idea would be to have mud brick or a straw bale, or using the materials that I find here where I am now. And there seems to be a lot of rocks, but obviously recycle things like that. And the other goal is to start to make a garden bed of my own food. The ultimate goal is to have a food forest. So convert the land into a self-sustaining, regenerative food forest and a natural built house. So that's the long-term goal. I'm going to get started with it. So that's been a passion all my life. And the growing my own food thing has also been something that reminds me of, in my teenage years and 20s, listening to a series by David Attenborough on, I think it was called The Living Planet. He did the animals in the sea, he did the animals on the land, and I just remember being totally captivated, fascinated with that. And Life Path 11s will relate to this. When you get amongst the plants or in pure nature amongst the trees, could be even alone, far away from civilization, just to disconnect and discharge the nervous energy that you've picked up from other people. And it's a very, very important thing to do as a Life Path 11, to immerse yourself in nature, to feel regenerated, but to feel like you've allowed the energy from other people's nervous systems that you've absorbed. This is a skill that we have as life path 11s to absorb other people's energy, and you need to let it flow out of your system so it's not influencing your nervous system. And nature is the best way to do that. And I've found that's my love of plants, and my love of wanting to grow my own food comes from that knowledge that I know when I'm in nature, I'm going to feel new again, fantastic, and ready to get on and keep helping people like I'm doing with these videos. I hope this message was useful to you today. I hope you found something that you could connect to out of my rambling story about myself and what gives me pleasure. Other things that give me pleasure, the ocean, the beaches. I grew up close to the beaches in Sydney, Australia. The northern beaches are probably some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And learning to surf, being immersed in the power of the rolling waves and the salt water and the sun is a kind of toxic mix of feeling good. So they're just a few of the things that I can think of off the top of my head. Could be bushwalks in nature, could be climbing rocks, could be talking about making pottery, ceramics. There's so many things that will connect you to things that give you joy and pleasure, and you start to remember what it is you're here for. Because this journey of self-discovery, of finding your soul purpose and mastering it, is an inside job. It's one that's worthy of your full attention, and I hope these tricks and tips that I'm giving you with these little anecdotes of my life and my stories will help you on that adventure. So just reminding you again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can find my email in the description of this video, and also look out for my upcoming membership in private Facebook group. That will be a more economical way of connecting with me and keeping accountable, getting action plans, and getting on track where you have a fulfilling life. And when you do that, you become unstoppable. Thank you.